Welcome to Science Minds YouTube channel. In this video, you will begin your study of Microsoft Word 2016. It is one of the most popular computer programs and one that almost everyone has a reason to use. You will use many of the Word 2016 tools, such as applying attractive styles to your document. So let's start with it. So I'm going to go to my search box and then search for Word by typing in the word. If you don't know how search box works, you will find it in the previous video. And then once I am there, I am going to select blank document. So this is how Microsoft Word 2016 looks.
We've already spoken about ribbon when we're doing File Explorer. So that area on top is still referred to as a ribbon. It has various tabs. We have the File tab. On the File tab, we're going to learn how to save as, and then also how to work with properties when you're going to info. We'll do that at the end of this lecture. We have the Home tab, which we're going to use quite a lot. The Insert tab, we will learn how to insert a table from their pictures, shapes, and then as well as text from file. Okay. And then we're going to use the Design tab, the Layout tab, References, Mailings. We're not going to work with it so much. And then from chapter 2, we're going to look at the Review tab. We're going to do two things under the Review tab. And then under the View, the only thing we're going to do under the View is if we want to see this ruler here. You'll see on top here we have a ruler that has numbers. The one that's on top, we refer to it as a horizontal ruler. And this one on the left-hand side is a vertical ruler. So we normally use it when we want to resize things like your shapes or pictures. So if you do not see it, this is where you will get to view it. So you go to the View tab and you click on that checkbox that says ruler. And then you will see, then you will have your horizontal as well as the vertical ruler. And if you uncheck it, it disappears, okay? I am going to make use of the ruler later, so I will check it so that I have it before I even start, okay? Ego that, we're not gonna work with it, okay? Let's start back home. So what we're going to do is create a flyer. A flyer is what you use to kind of advertise a product or a service. So at the end of this lecture, we want to end up with something like this. There's a flyer, internships available, nice colors. We have a picture there, and then a border around the page. There's a shape there underneath. And then on top, beneath the title, we have what we call a text box. So we're going to try to create something that looks like that flyer. Okay, file print preview. So it will look like that. Okay, let me close this one so that we create our own beginning. So the title that we want there is called Internships Available. Okay, you will see that I have something blinking on the page there. We call this an insertion point. So when you see it blinking, that means as soon as you start typing, your text is going to appear there. Okay, so how did I get the capital letter I? On the keyboard, there's no need for me to press caps lock, because I know that caps lock will give me all capitals. But now, as soon as you want to go for small letters, you will have to remember to kill caps lock and continue with small letters. So the easiest way of doing it, if you're going to use a combination of capital letters as well as small letters, is to use the Shift key on the keyboard. It's right underneath caps lock. So if I press Shift, hold on it and press I, then I get capital letter I. And then I've let go of the Shift key and I can type in the rest and they will come in small. Okay, internships. Space, it's the longest key on the keyboard. It has nothing written on it. And then that is our space. Press on it and then I get my space. Okay, available. And there I have it. So I have some space. I'm going to press enter. So enter on the keyboard will get me to the next line. Okay, I will press it twice. So what I'm going to do now is type in quite a long text. I've already typed it to save time. So I'm just gonna go get it. It's on another Word document. It's already typed. So I'm just gonna go get it without having to copy and paste it. So we have a function called insert text from file in Word. Where do we get it? Well, it's self-explanatory that we will need an insert tab because we're going to insert something that is not in here already, okay? If I go to insert, right towards the end, you'll see that I have the groupings under the text, okay? So on the text, I'm going to choose object. You will see that it's a split button. Every button that has that down arrow on the right-hand side, we call it a split button because it does more than one function. So it is split into different functions. So you'll see when I click on object, it will give me quite some things that appear there, but that's not what I'm interested in. So what I want is click on the arrow there. I don't want the object itself, but I want to insert the text form file. Okay. Insert text form file. I will go search for it. Okay. Okay, there I have it. It's under my study unit 3, the data. So you'll see I have it selected. So you would have to search. We've learned File Explorer. So if I tell you to get it from student files, you'll have to go on your computer. You will know that, okay, I put them on my desktop, go to desktop, student files, and then select the one that is required. And then I will say insert, and then it's there like I just typed it. Okay, that's just an easiest way of getting text that you've already saved somewhere, but it would have to be from Word to Word. All right. So continuing, so the next thing that I want to do now is to get more text, right? Let's say we have typed this summer Blue Native will be hosting a 3-week overnight camp in the mountains, and then so on, so on. Then the internships is just paid internship. So we want to type in more. It's quite a lot of text again. I took some time, typed it out and saved it somewhere. So I'm just going to go get it. Okay. Okay. We said we get it from insert. Remember, the grouping is the text, object, and then I will say text from file. Then I will navigate to the place where it is. Mine is on that desktop actually, and the notes SU3 data. I want that data to then say insert. So I think we have quite enough information there. So I am happy. So the next thing that I want this to have the same formatting. Okay, how do we go about that? You will see if I go under the Home tab, that one, the type is Calibri with size 11, but as soon as I go in that one, it was typed in Arial size 11. So if I want to make everything look the same, I'm going to make use of what we call a format painter. A format painter literally just takes the formatting and paints it over to the next text. So I want Calibri size 11 to be painted over this summer. So I don't want it to be Arial anymore. So I will click anywhere on internships available. And on the Home tab right underneath there, we have what we call a format painter. If I click on it once, you will see that the mouse cursor will change. It's now a paintbrush. Okay. So now I'm going to select everything that's underneath here. So now everything is Calibri body with size 11. So the formatting looks exactly the same. So the next thing I'm going to do is just format my text so that it looks attractive, it looks nice, it looks like a flyer. So the first thing I'm going to do is to select the first paragraph, okay? The first paragraph, it's not this paragraph here. In Word, we refer to paragraphs as anything typed on its own, any sentence, be it one word, 2 words, or more than 2 words. So that is a paragraph. This, and we know that in English terms is a sentence, but here in computer language, it is a paragraph. So the first paragraph is this title here. So the question on a test might not always refer to a title of the document. I might just say the first paragraph of the document. Then you have to know in computer terms that first paragraph is that title, which is internships available. So I have it selected. What I want to do is to use a text effect, what we call a text effect. You have predefined modifications. It already have some font type, font size selected to it, and some colors also. So I'm going to choose rather a long name. It's called fill black text one, outline background one, hard shadow background one. So it's not for you to actually cram that. This is a gradient fill gray. And then this is called gradient fill blue accent one reflection. And this one is fill black, so long. And then this is the one that I'm looking for. The fill black text one, outline background one, hard shadow background one. Okay, I will stick with that one. There I have it. I'm not happy. I don't like it. It looks blurry. Okay, so we'll select that again. First, I want to change the size because this is a title. The first paragraph of that document is a title. Let's give the size 36. It looks better already. And then the next thing that we're going to do is to center it. Title looks better when they are center aligned. Where is this center alignment? Since this is an effect of the entire paragraph, you'll see right next to your font grouping is your paragraphs grouping. Okay, you have your bullets there on top, and right underneath is your alignment. We have left alignment, which is there by default. We have center alignment, right alignment, as well as justification. So we want it to be at the center of the page horizontally. So we're going to go to center, and then it just moved from left to center. Okay, and then we will change the color. Let's say we're not happy with that black fill, so we're going to change it and give it orange accent 2. Okay, so the colors, where would we find the colors? Under font formatting. We were on text effects. This is the highlight, and then this is your text color or your font color. If you open it, I am looking for orange accent 2. So if you get a question that requires you to change a color, do not just go for the next orange that you see. Just always remember that colors have different shades. You can have different shades of blue. We know that we have navy blue, dark blue, we have sky blue, have indigo, and so on, so on. So even with oranges, you will get different accent. So you'll see that if I go for that orange right there, it's just standard orange, but the question asked for orange accent 2. So we need to go check our oranges. There is orange accent 2 lighter by 40% on top. Orange, okay, let's see. That is orange accent 2 that I'm looking for. So don't just go in and look for, just take the next orange that you see. Make sure that it is the color that is required on the question. You need to check it. Was it dark blue? Was it light blue? Was it blue accent 2, lighter by 25%? So you need to pick the one that is required. So it looks better already. And then we're going to change the shadow. You will see that each letter has a shadow that is offsetting on the right hand side there. So we want to change this shadow and let it offset from the left hand side. So I will select that internships available again. You will see that every time I want to do something on internships available, I have to have it selected. I will click outside and then it's not selected. So it means whatever I do, nothing will happen. Even if I go change this to 72, nothing happens because I haven't selected anything. So left click, hold just on the left of I, and then you can drag to the right hand side, and then my text is selected. So while I have my title selected, I go back to the text effects. Okay, when I get there, what I want is for the shadow to change the side, and then you'll see this will tell us it's offsetting diagonal bottom right. This is offsetting from the right hand side where it is, and then that one will say offset left. So you will see that that shadow has moved from the right hand side. It was on the right hand side, and as soon as we said offset left, then the shadows is on the left hand side. So we are done with the title. So what I'm going to do now is to insert a picture. I want to insert this picture on the left of the paragraph that starts with this summer. So you'll see that I moved my insertion point there. So on a question, you need to be really careful. Where did the question say you should insert a picture? Was it under your title, at the bottom, or on the left of something? This one is on the left of this summer. So I'm going to get pictures on the insert tab, say pictures, and then I will go search for my picture. It was under desktop, notes, study units 3 on data. I want this picture inserted, so I have to go click on it to select it, and I will say insert. And you'll see that as soon as I have that picture inserted, then I have my format tab. Okay, so if I didn't have that picture, there is no format tab. The tab stops at acro bed. But as soon as I have my picture, then it comes with this format tab, which shows you that everything to do with formatting the picture you will find under the format tab that comes with it. Okay, if I deselect that picture, the format tab again disappears. Okay, when that picture is selected, when you click on it, you will see these resizing handles. The round shapes around it are called the resizing handles. They allow us to resize the picture. Okay, if I want to change the width of the picture without changing the height of the picture, I would have to make use of the left or the right resizing handle. Left click, hold on the right one, and then I will put it at 8 centimeters there on the ruler. Okay, let's also change the height without changing the width. So I'm going to either make use of the top or bottom one, make use of bottom, left click, hold, and then I can put the height there, which is at 4.55. Okay, and then what if I wanted to change the height and the width together at the same time, proportion to the original margins? Then I will make use of the resizing handles at the corners. I'll go to the bottom right hand corner one, left click, hold, and drag it inside. So you will see that the height and the width are changing at the same time relative to the original dimensions. And I could have also made use of the specific values then. Say maybe I wanted the height to be specifically at 7. And then I can just type 7 and then that's the picture. Okay, make it look a little bit small. And then the other thing we can do with the picture is to play around with the borders. You'll see that it has a blue border, which I can change. Let's make it red so that you see what I'm talking about. Then you'll see that there's red line surrounding the picture. Okay, let's go back. I don't want that border. Okay, you can change the picture effect. Let's give it a glow. Okay, there it has an orange glow around it. And then we can also change the picture styles. Okay, an oval one. Okay, I'll go with this one that is called, let's see, what's the name of that one? It's called bevel rectangle. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do on my picture now is to position it. I want it on the right hand side of this paragraph, and then it should not go beyond the margins. All right, I won't be able to do it now. I'm going to left click, hold on the picture and try to move it. It's just not possible. Why is it not possible? Because that picture is separate from that paragraph. How do I make it wrap itself around that text, this summer paragraph? I have to do that by changing the layout option. When the picture is selected, you will see that we have an icon on the top right hand corner there. That's called layout options. If you select on it, and then you can choose between different layout options. That one allows you to put the picture behind the text. It looks as if we typed on top of that picture. This one in front of it, which wouldn't make sense, I want to square wrap it. So you will see that our text now makes way to the picture. And then now that it's square wrapped, it's easy to actually reposition it. You'll see as soon as I move it, I even have green lines. Okay, this green line just tells me that I'm on the center of that document. And then that green line again shows me that I am on the top of the line this summer. Okay, so I want to position this picture on the right hand side rather than dragging and dropping it. An alternative is making use of the layout options from the position there under the arrange grouping. Position, more layout options, and then I can say horizontal alignment to be on the right hand side. Notice what happens when I say relative to page. It's going to go to the page disregarding the margins. The margins is this white space here that makes your text easy to read. And then it doesn't look nice when it's on top of a margin like that. Okay, so let's do that again. Position, more layout options. We're going to say horizontal alignment should be to the right hand side relative to margin. Okay, and then it respects the margin. It does not overlap the margin. And then again, I can go back and say, please position my picture vertically to the top of the document. But if I say page, goes on top of the page, on top of the internships available, doesn't even look nice at all. Rather, I wanted this to be relative to line, and then it will just be on top of this summer line. How does it know that I want it to be on that line this summer? Because when I inserted it originally, I was on the left of this summer. Okay, so that's why it's so important for you to insert a picture from where the question says insert it from, because wherever you insert it from might affect the next question that says position it at this place, and so on and so on. Okay, so remember, you can drag up or you can use the position from there. Okay, that's about it with the picture. So the next thing that we're going to do now is to insert page borders. The page borders you'll get under the design tab. Right at the end, we have page borders. 3 things that you have to do here. Okay, we will make it a box, change it from a none to a box. So you have to change the style, going to change this one and make it a double line. The color, we're going to go for orange accent 2, just like the title. Be careful with the shade. There's orange accent 2, and also the width. Let's make it a 3/4 and same. Okay, and we have our page bottom. So the next thing that we're going to do is to insert a shape underneath the title. You'll see that I'm going to put my insertion point at the end of the title, then press enter just twice to create that space. And then I'm going to insert the shape the same place where I inserted a picture. Okay, shapes. And then I want a rounded rectangle. We have our lines, we have our rectangles. This is a standard rectangle. This is called a round diagonal corner rectangle. This is the one that I'm looking for, a rounded rectangle. As soon as I click on it, the mouse cursor changes to a big black plus, showing you that it's carrying a shape or an object. So if I click anywhere on it, there I have my square. You can resize it the same way we resize the shape, or you can change there on the size, change the height and the width from there. Or I could have gone into insert, shapes, rounded rectangle, and rather than just dropping it, left click, hold, and then drag it from there, and then we can resize it from there. So inside my shape, I want to type to set up an interview, apply online, okay, to set up an interview, apply online at www.bluenative.com. Okay, and then we can make it look big. Formatting the same as we did with internships available. Let's make the size a 16. We can, okay, it's already center aligned. It looks okay. Let's bold it. And then we can also make it orange accent 2. But you will see that the shape fill in the outline is not that nice. Okay, we can go back in, go to the format tab. That's where we format just like the picture. We can change that outline and make it, give it a darker. That was a fill. Okay, that one, I think a lighter orange will be fine. And then I can change the outline and make it a darker orange. And or alternatively, we could have gone in and changed it to any of the shape styles there. Okay, let me see if there's anyone that is noise. Okay. Okay, I think that one is fine. Let me just change the text color and make it a black. Okay, there, I'm happy with it. I'm going to leave it at that. And then at the bottom, I want to insert a text box. Okay, same place, insert. You can get a text box from there. Okay, you will have to decide the one that you want to say draw a text box. Okay, you'll see a big plus again and you can draw it. Or you can get it under shapes also. Insert shapes, and there is your text box. Please do not confuse a text box with a rectangle. Text box is a text box, a rectangle is a rectangle. They look the same, but they are two different objects. All right. So inside this one, we will say you will be contacted to set up an interview. You will be contacted to set up provide home. Let's also make it a size 16. Can also center align it and then play around with formatting the shape itself. I think I'm going to run away from the fills from now on. Okay, I'm okay with that shape style. And then let's change maybe the color, make this one accent orange. Okay, and then I will make it a 2 and then maybe give it a shadow. Shapes, effects, a little reflection maybe. No, I don't think any reflection will be fine. Let's see. Just see. Yep. Let's give it a shadow and then offset it from the bottom. Offset bottom. I just need to get rid of the reflection. No reflection. And then I think I like it the way it is now. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is to insert a footer. You can go to insert and say footer. There's a header and footer. And then you can customize it by saying edit footer and then insert your own one, or choose the ones that are predefined. Alternatively, how do we get to a footer? You just double click at the bottom there and then a footer is activated.
So there we have it, a nice simple flyer. So if we go to File, Print, Preview, this is what we have, a nice simple flyer. So this is the end of the video. On the next video, we're still going to do Microsoft Word 2016, but we are going to take a roughly typed Word document and then apply some styles to it in order to make it look attractive. So look out for that one. It will be uploaded next week. For now, please remember to subscribe, like the video, hit the notification bell so that you do not miss the next video. Bye for now.